that I did come across in my life that was able to instill some greatness in me. Stopping to women, right? Okay, I don't want to talk about nobody, but I want to talk about the temperature of. I don't want to get crucified.
You gotta say what you gonna say, man. You ain't never held your tongue when it came to this subject.
But are women not handling themselves as responsible as they once did when we were coming up? No matter if they were a baddie, you did like there was a little bit of a more if you could understand what I'm saying, like, and I'm just watching the generation and how it's just like, yo, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And there's so many beautiful black women out there, and some of them have jobs, successful, and things like that. But what you're seeing is wild out there. And I'm not painting the kettle black because I'm outside every day.
Yeah.
But as a man that's older and been through so many genres and watching how things change to where it's at now, it's like, for a man to find value in a woman right now, it's hard to see through all the superficial shit that's going on.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they take that into consideration when men are trying to court women nowadays, because it's so crazy out here. And not putting on either or, but I'm just saying, like, for us, because you were telling me, you just said that these kids don't even know how to talk to women nowadays.
I heard that from the women themselves. They're mad that they're not getting approached when they go out. Like, men will look at them, the young men will look at them but not talk to them. So now they pissed off because this generation ain't hollering at them at all. They talk about Riz, but they ain't got no real game. And what happened is we got rid of shame, right? Shame come when you got a proper community, you gonna get shamed for doing things, right? You bring shame on your parents, you get shame on your church, your mosque, you bring shame on people because you are part of a community and your reputation spreads, right? And so you don't really want to walk around with bad character, right? Because you know those actions that you commit to is gonna fall back on you. Right now, ain't no community, so ain't no shame. You understand me? So therefore, they go do the thing that for the algorithm. They ain't even doing it for men. They doing it for the algorithm.
They doing it before. The ladies are doing it for the ladies.
Yeah.
They say
they performing for the ladies.
You can't judge a book by its cover, right? But if every book looks the same,
you gonna get judged before your cover. You know what I mean? Or your lack of covering. You understand me? And so we at this point in time where you had where women were trying to go so progressive, right, that they went off the far end. And men was trying to be more conservative. Like, we still want a woman of values, right? Meaning that I don't care what your net worth value is. I care what your actual values are, right? So therefore, it don't matter if you got you a nice car. It don't matter if you got money, because you're not about to take care of me. So that don't matter. And then you became so masculine and get your money that there's no femininity in you for me to attract, right? Because at the end of the day, when we at home, I'm just gonna want some peace. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna care how many followers you got. I don't care how many bags you got. None of that matters to me. You feel me? And so I think that this generation of women want 1% of men, or they want an idea of a man that don't even exist. So they ignoring all the ordinary men. Then the ordinary man is looking like, damn, y'all get online and start talking about how you want a man, you know what I mean, that only exists in the 1% tax bracket, and the rest of us is supposed to act like that's normal. You feel me? So I'm telling them, like, y'all need to go date truckers and plumbers. You understand me? But everybody want to date a rapper or a ball player or a streamer now. You feel me? That's still the 0.1%. They don't exist. The man you want don't exist is what I'm saying.
It's what you said about masculinity, and I'm not mad about women that hustle hard and take a masculine approach to getting their money. But when you carry that same attitude on into the relationship or to the playing field, then it becomes a turnoff for a man dealing with a woman who's so masculine. When I'm supposed to be the man, and then that becomes it's like you battling the fear about who's wearing the pants or who's the strongest piece in the puzzle. There's just a lot going on.
I think they're starting to learn a little bit. I'm starting to see where they realize that men are not attracted to that, and they lonely. So they got money, they got a nice house now, they got a nice car, but they lonely. And they realize, like, why did I get it for? To be by myself, right? Now they having brunches and teas and doing charcuterie board parties and all of that. And they by themselves. And the only thing that's keeping them comfort is their goals. You feel me? They ambition, but that's very masculine. That's very capitalistic.
Join Planet Fitness today and save. Just $1 down, $15 a month.
What if you could step into the new year completely aligned and
Side, the men are getting angry. Some of them don't know how to talk to a woman, so they pissed off by that. Because if they really realize that a woman gonna want you regardless, you understand me? If you know how to step out there and be yourself, you feel me? You can step out there bummy in a white t-shirt, and you still go get her.
Let's not, because I don't want to get crucified. So let's just put it out there that men have drove women to this place.
Yeah, 100%.
A lot of us have drove women to this place of them being their own person. The masculine approach comes to them making money and fending for themselves and taking care of themselves because of a lot of things that men have done leading up to this point.
I mean, it goes deep into that when we talking about same thing that like we got to look at it like this. You have the elites, the power class, then you have the people, and you got Wall Street, you got Main Street. So there was a psyop ran on everybody. The women were put in the workforce so they could pay taxes, you understand me? And you got more labor, and then you got more consumers, right? So they used a lot of their movements that were rightful because a lot of women weren't getting rights, of course, but they used a lot of that against them to take them out the household and divide the people, right? Because when you got strong families, you got a strong nation. It's hard to manipulate those people because they got bonds. You understand me? And so when we look at what's been done historically in this country, psychologically, the women have been manipulated out the household, out of respect of men, out of those values. And so when you create poverty in a situation and those women stressed out, they go do what they got to do. You understand me? They go to college. They go get the degrees. You understand me? They go talk about being pro-woman and excellence and things of that nature, right? But you got to look at the root and what that history is connected to. Now we look at what the solution is. We all know the solution on this planet Earth is men and women getting along. In the black community, we know that it's black women and black men getting along. In the Latino community and the Asian, no matter what community you go across, why? Because it always gets back to family and community, right? No matter who you are and what you have, you want a group of people that love you, that support you, that you can contribute. You want to look at your son or your daughter and you see a reflection of your legacy. That's going to bring you more joy and more peace than anything you could buy. You understand me? But they got people disconnected from them conservative values, right? And they tricked you out the home. Now you're trying to get back into it. You feel me? But now a lot of men are looking at them like,